Hello, boys and girls and gifted animals. It's me, Mr. B, and we're going to talk in this video about another really cool comprehension skill that good readers and good thinkers do all the time. So I don't know if you ever thought about this, but reading really involves a lot of thinking. If you just read the words, you can sound out the words, but you don't think about what they mean, you're not really reading. So reading is thinking. And you guys are all becoming really good readers and really good thinkers. So we've talked earlier about how good readers distinguish between the details and the main idea of nonfiction books. But here's a skill that you can do with both fiction and nonfiction, and that is comparing and contrasting the important things in stories. So you know that comparing means to find the difference. And when we compare and contrast, we're actually going to mainly look at how things are different, but we'll also look at how things might be the same. And I wanted to do that about the book we've been reading, or using the book we've been reading, Follow Me Through Ireland. So when we compare and contrast, a really helpful tool is, we've done this before at school, it's a Venn diagram. So I'm going to draw a Venn diagram here. So a Venn diagram is basically two pretty big circles that overlap each other. So we learned in math that circles are flat shapes that have they're rounded, they have no sides and no vertices. So there's one. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And then I'm going to do another one, but I want to make sure that I'm just going to plan this out a little. I want it to overlap, so I'm actually going to start inside the first and go from there, just to make sure that I overlap a little. And so now we're going to compare Ireland to the United States, because we all know things about the United States because that's where we live. So we're going to compare, and we're going to see how Ireland and the United States are the same and how they're different. And then this part will be where they're the same, and this is how they're different. So since we know, or since we've been reading about Ireland, I'm going to write Ireland first. All right, and Ireland is the name of a place. So excuse my hand. I'm not sure how to do this without it being in the way, but I'll get it out of the way in just a minute. So Ireland, put it right up here with a capital I, because it's the name of a place. Ireland. And then I'm going to put a line under it. And then here's for the United States of America, which is a really big name. So since we don't have a lot of space, I'm just going to do the abbreviation. U for United, period for abbreviation, S for States, and A for America. United States of America. And of is such a small word, we don't include it in the abbreviation. So USA, and I should underline that. Okay. So now let's think about some things that we have learned so far about Ireland. So if you can think of something, raise your hand and I'll call on you. Oh, good. Okay. Yep. What did you remember about Ireland? What's one detail about Ireland? Oh, that's right. In Ireland, they speak English and they speak Gaelic. So let's think about that. The language, if we're going to compare the language. So do we speak Gaelic in the United States? No. So they do speak Gaelic in Ireland. So we're going to write Gaelic here in Ireland, but it's only on the side that doesn't overlap, because we don't speak Gaelic in the United States. Okay. But do we speak, what's the other language they speak in Ireland? They speak English. Do we speak English in the United States? Yep. So that'd be in the both section. Okay. Okay, so are there any languages that we speak in the United States that they don't speak in Ireland? Well, not officially. There are a lot of places in the United States that are close to parts of the world where they speak Spanish, especially in the southern part of the United States. So we could say Spanish, just because about the southern part of our country, there's a lot of Spanish that's spoken. So that would probably be the second language of the United States if you want to do that. So here we go. Ireland, they speak Gaelic. The United States, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of Gaelic in Ireland, so they're both small languages, but the main language in both countries and the official language is English. All right, what else is different or the same? Okay, yep. Oh, you're right. In Ireland, they love to eat potatoes. Potatoes. In the United States, do we eat potatoes or potatoes? Sure. So that would be that would be a both, right? That's the same. Potatoes or potatoes. P-O-T-A-T-O-E-S. All right. Okay. Anyone else? That's right. Good. You have a good memory. In Ireland, a lot of the roofs are made of straw or thatch. So we'll say straw roofs. And in the United States, most of our roofs are tile, right? And tile is like slate, a type of rock. Tile roofs. Good. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Yeah. Good. Oh, you're right. So what she said was that in Ireland, you can go to college for free. Free college. And in the United States, we have to pay for college. So now, I think that in Ireland, they do have to pay for college, but they pay for it in a different way, so that by the time they go to college, they don't have to pay for it then. They pay for it through their taxes, the money to their government. But it is a different way of paying for college. So that's pretty cool. Let's see, what else would be the same or what would be different? Okay, you think of anything else? Well, so you get the idea. When we're comparing, okay, so another thing that's the same is it rains a lot in both countries. And you're right, and both Ireland and the United States border the Atlantic Ocean, right? But Ireland is in the continent of Europe. And what continent are we in? The United States is in the continent of North America. Okay? So, when we use, this is called a Venn diagram. When we use a Venn diagram, we put the things that are the same in the middle, and we line up on the opposite circles the things that are different. So take a look at what you guys came up with for comparing Ireland and the United States, right? So we are going to be doing some comparing and contrasting in our practice book, and it's going to be on page 22 of our practice book. So I'm going to ask you in just a minute to write your name and number on page 22, and the title tells you, the title is Compare and Contrast, and there's the Venn diagram. But instead of comparing and contrasting Ireland and the United States, instead we're comparing the pig and the goat from the story that you read yesterday in our hardcover reading textbook, The Big Trip. All right, so did you hear that laughing in the background? Yep, that's Mrs. Bennett and my daughter Sophie. They're watching a funny TV show, but I'd rather be here with you. So I'm going to end this video here. I'll put some more information about practice book page, what was it, 22, and that's what we'll do next. Thanks a lot. Take care. Cheerio.